Hi everyone, I wanted to do a video today about the RealTechniques that I got in the mail. I ordered these a couple of weeks ago and they just came in. This is the Deluxe Gift Set from RealTechniques and it's the collector's edition and it comes with a couple of new brushes in here. And then I bought the stippling brushes by RealTechniques. Is a double fiber collection, actually, not stippling, the double fiber collection. And I figured I would do my not everyday makeup look, but like my nicer everyday makeup look. The ones I use for special dinner occasions or where I really just want to make a good impression, sometimes church on Sundays, things like that. So what I did is I took out my makeup from my makeup bag. This is just my Betsy Johnson makeup bag that I'm currently using. I laid it out in front of me. And I'm going to use my makeup like I normally do. Usually I use these right here for my makeup. I guess the standard collection. I use the powder brush, the blush brush from RealTechniques, the contour brush. I actually use it for under my eyes and sometimes highlighter, the expert face brush to buff in my foundation, and the multitask brush. I actually use this for contouring around my face. And I figured, let's see if these guys right here can do the same job as all of my other ones. So it's kind of like a review, a demo, and at the same time, I'm going to be doing my makeup look, my nicer everyday makeup look. The good thing about this set right here is that it comes with a little pouch, like a little handbag. That's why it's a collector's edition. As you can see how this guy opens. It's like an envelope. You just open it up and you put it in there. So obviously this is not meant for your brushes, but it's like a nice little handbag. I'm not sure what I would use this for actually, but it's cute and it's a collector's edition, so I'm putting that off to the side. What I'm really interested in are the brushes. Now the difference between this collection and the standard collection, other than coming really glued into the packaging, so you can see because like the sticky glue. Hopefully we can just rub that off with. Okay, this one is the RealTechniques multitask brush. So this one is exactly this guy right here. Now obviously mine are dirty because I use mine in my purse, but what's different about them is the metallic color on them. This one is a little bit flatter, this one's shinier. They did say that they were changing the colors on them to a new packaging. It says so on the boxes. It says new look. Okay, so off camera, I took out the rest of the brushes from the container and the only ones that came glued were these two. I'm guessing the people or the individuals at the factory were afraid of the integrity of the bigger ones moving around, things like that. So hopefully that's it. Now I'm gonna open up the dual fiber ones. We have the dual fiber ones here and they are very nice. Feel super soft. Ooh. And look at this one. These are still matte like the other one, less of a sheen, but the colors are darker. So I'm guessing with the new look they're going to be changing to this, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull my hair back and we'll get started on today's look. Okay, so I pulled my hair back, have absolutely nothing on my face. I will talk about my face right now a little bit. I have dryness in different areas and shininess in others. I have combination skin, so I get really oily up here on my cheek, pretty much the T-zone. But the only difference is I get extremely dry around my chin, this area right here, and the top of my nose, which is why you will see a little bit of breakouts right there because I have to put on thicker layers of moisturizer, or I have to put on more moisturizer than usual, and that has the tendency of breaking me out. So it's a kind of like a never-ending battle for my skin because I constantly have to make sure that it's moisturized, but over moisturizing makes it break out. I'm still trying to find the perfect combination for, but this is what you're looking at right now. Just a blank slate. What I'm going to start with is actually the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. Spreading that all around. Now I already had my serum and my moisturizer, on. So this is just my primer. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for that to work itself in while I put on some chapstick just to moisturize my lips. I actually start with some under eye concealer, because I feel that when I put it on afterwards, most of it rubs off and it actually doesn't cover everything I need. Now I'm just spreading what I already have on there. I'm not adding any more. Alright, we're going to test out the Real Techniques Dual Fiber, see if this guy is any good, or if I'm going to need to change back to my other brush to stipple all, to get this all worked into my eyes. I don't like getting it on the top of my eyelid. Just working that in. It actually does a pretty good job. It's not fantastic. It does need a little bit of help, but it just could, it could be just that I need to practice. It does a really good job. The warmth of your hand is always going to help your concealer stay in and prevent it from really creating too many of those little creases or getting into your creases. Not a bad job. Alright, for foundation. The foundation that I'm currently using is the Neutrogena Shine Control Makeup. This is the SPF 20 Rice Protein Complex and number 30 Buff. So here you go. This is the foundation brush I will be using. I actually like dabbing it on my face. I'm going to do this side first and getting it everywhere. I usually like buffing brushes for my foundation, but certain on that. Something I learned from watching, many years of watching Lisa Eldridge, is to take a small brush. This is not a real technique, this is just one I bought off of eBay a long time ago, and get some foundation on it. I'm using the back of my hand to get some of that off, and then pinpoint concealing. It's not perfect, but it's a good coverage. Now, I need to set all of this with some powder. I'm going to be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and the 03 Natural. I'm not going to put it everywhere. This is just in areas I need it, which is why I'm going to go in with another dual fiber brush just to pick up a little bit. Like I said, I get mostly shiny on my forehead, my nose, my cheeks right here. Also putting a little bit of powder on your cheeks right before you do any other type of powder on them, like blush or bronzer. Sorry. Blush or bronzer. Makes it easier to transfer on. Just down the center. I don't want to get any powder on the sides that are really dry, because that just makes them stick out for me. Here we go. It's not really a heavy makeup look, it's just a casual, a little bit nicer look. Now what I'm going to do to warm my face a little bit, because that can make it a little pale. First I'm going to go in and brush my eyebrows out, because I'm just not having a good brow day today. Just brushing all that. I'll go back in and fill them later, but just to get some of that, their natural shape back into it. Alright, contouring and bronzing. I don't do heavy contouring, just slight. I'm going to go back in with the multitask brush, which is my favorite one for contouring. I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral bronzer. This was in tan toffee. It's really blurred in. Just get a little bit. Tap the excess, because this guy is heavy. And go in hand right here. Just some color in your cheeks. As you can see, quite heavy. Right there, some color. I do some on my forehead. My chin. That's it for that guy. Blush. My current blush is the Mellow Wine by Wet n Wild. I carry this in my purse because it's easy and convenient, just super fast. I'll be using the same powder brush I used earlier, just tapping the excess off and getting that on the apples of my cheeks. Highlighter. I usually carry a teeny tiny little highlighter in my purse with a little bit of rose and rose color in it that I got on my Ipsy, but I broke this week. So this time around, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Illuminating Palette with a new formula. So I'm just going to swipe it across once. Ooh, that was very heavy. And actually, I'm not going to use this brush. I'm going to use the actual intended highlighter brush right here. Just going to do a swipe across the pink because I like the pink better. It matches my skin color and my brush. And just go on the top. Put some highlighter. Swipe it across. One more time. Ooh. Quite heavy highlighter. I'm actually gonna do a C color right here. Now this is optional. Gonna have a very light tap on there. Just gonna blow some of that off because that was very heavy. The top of my nose. Just very light. Whatever is left on my Cupid's bow, even though I haven't put on lipstick yet, just to get some of that on there. Now for eyebrows and eyes. My favorite brow pencil or brow product in general is the It Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. Absolutely love it. Gonna open it up. It's double-sided like that. Get the spoolie one more time to go over my eyebrows. And now I'm just gonna fill in the areas where it's kinda empty and there's not a lot of hair. Put that guy back in and brush it out to see what shape and condition your eyebrows are in right now. See, it's already starting to look a little better. And then I go back in. Okay, for their state, this is pretty good. Now, mascara and then lipstick. This is the Burt's Bees new lipsticks. This is Russet River 532. It's one of my favorite ones right now. Just gonna go in. No lip liner, just following the natural line on my lip. Okay, guys, this is the finished look for my everyday foundation. This is the nicer everyday foundation where I do a actual foundation instead of a tinted moisturizer. This one right here. I do makeup, a little bit of contouring, some lipstick. So this is what I usually wear when I want to look a little bit nicer. Now, for the review and my thoughts on the brushes. For a foundation brush, this guy was actually really good. It covered and went smoothly and it just blended everything in quite well. So I really do like this little chubby foundation brush. The multitask brush I've always really liked, especially for my bronzing and contouring. This little guy, it's supposed to be for, I guess, for your eyeshadows or things like that. But I actually use, it actually has a name. I should probably read the name, right? The name is the RealTechniques, no, that's not it. The Dual Fiber Eye Brush, sorry. This is the Dual Fiber Eye Brush. I actually use it for under my eyes, for my concealer, and maybe blending in some of the other concealers in my little spot. It actually worked really good. What else? What else did I use today? I use this guy, which is the dual fiber contour brush. I use for powder at the beginning, just in the small areas where I need a little bit of powder, and then blush on my cheeks. This right here is one of the new brushes that's in the collection. It's angled highlighter brush. I actually did use it for my highlighting. I used it right here, and then it went really good to go in right here and then create the C that I really wanted. So overall, my opinion on these brushes right here that I got is I like them. Well, I've always really liked RealTechniques. They're one of my favorite brushes. They're the only ones that compare to high-end brushes without being super expensive. I have Sigma brushes, and these are the only ones I really like and compare to my Sigma brushes. So we have the dual fibers on this side, and we have these guys on this side. It's actually pretty good. They're fantastic. I really like them. They were some of my favorite brushes. They work for my everyday makeup look, which is fantastic. I really recommend them. I got mine off of Amazon. Some of these are not available. I can't find them in the store, either whether it be Ulta or Walmart or Target, where they also sell them, I believe. And some Targets, not all of them. And I couldn't find them, so I ordered them off of Amazon. I was able to get them. I think I got them for a little bit cheaper than I would in the store, maybe $1 or $2 less. I'll put the link below where I got them, and you can purchase them if you like. So that's the look, or that's my opinion on those brushes, and this is the look. See you next time. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time on my next video. Have a good day, guys. Bye.